No. I mean, it's about right where you want it to be. I make the guys earn it. I think Az as a whatever, the corner from West Florida. I personally think he might have played well enough to be able to start, but there's no reason to just trot him out there because again, I'll take the same concept actually, but even take it toward the D line. If you're on the two deep, you're going to play. You're expected to make big plays when you're on this level of ball. Um, but when I look at it, Renardo Green, Jamie Robinson, Akeem Dent, Cooper, Knowles, those guys are good. Tatum Bethune, that's why you brought him here. I actually kind of like our two deep. I'm kind of with Logan here. Like the craziest part right now when it comes to Amari Gaynor is the defensive scheme that they've got him in. I mean, personally, and I remember joking with Ernie Sims about this with him at the first mega camp. It's just a whole different world when you're inside linebacker. I mean, it sounds good. Guys like to play the video games with the tall, lanky guys, but like when you're going up against H backs or guys are coming and pulling on you, I mean, I told them, guys like me have leverage on you. When you think about like Ernie was like 6 foot. I mean, they said 6'1", but he might have even been. He's the same height as me, so we're both right at 6 foot if we wear certain tennis shoes. Some days we may be 5'11". It just all depends on what time you measure us and who's doing the measuring. So, but you get leverage. It's just a little bit different. But I like what what little bro, Kalen Deloach brings to the table. Very aggressive. Him and Tatum Bethune bring strikers and guys who make definitive movements. So it may not be the right movement, but they're going to make it full speed. But what I think, what's really wild is this. Let me make sure I'm pulling this up because I had this vision, and it's a sexy vision to me. Oh yeah, I was right. So just imagine this in third down situation. You have Derek McClendon on one side. You've got Fabian Lovett at one tackle. You've got Dennis Briggs at your three, same size as a Darnell Dockett was back in the day. Mm. And then you put a Jared Verse on the other side in your pass rushing situations. You don't give up that much for the run, but now you got four guys that you can go to bring pressure. You mess around, bring a Bethune or a Deloach on a blitz, or you drop them back in coverage, and you're going to be able to you got four guys that are pinning their ears back, and that's very difficult. What's crazy is for the first time in quite some time, probably since DeMarcus Walker's senior year, we actually can say we've got guys who can possibly get to the quarterback. And even last year, Jermaine Johnson was a pleasant surprise. But I told people this. When I told people Jermaine Johnson was good, I said this. I don't know if he's good or if our offensive line is that bad. And it turned out that he was good. And our offensive line wasn't great. But it turned out it was more so that he was good. Well, I said the same thing about Jared Verse, except for I like what Jared Verse does more than I did Jermaine Johnson this time last year. And I can speak definitively that our offensive line is way better. So that's not saying he's going to be All-American. So I say he's going to be a first overall pick next year. What that's saying is that means that there's something to be excited about. Outside of the fact that I believe all but maybe 4 to 6 guys on our 2 deep depth chart are underclassmen. So what's crazy is Florida State could make a run, and then all these guys could come back, and we could still and you add a couple pieces, and you get. That's just my bad. I haven't been this excited about Florida State football in quite some time. We should have won 8 games last year, and this team is way better, and the schedule's easier. There is no Notre Dame on the schedule, so. You still got to play the games, but we'll see what happens. But if Duquesne, I'll tell you this, if Duquesne can match up with what we have right here, the real estate market is pretty good right now in Florida. I would go ahead and sell before everything kind of bottles out and just might get an apartment in College Town or something because it's going to be a rough sailing for you. But I think this could be year 3. I think year 3 could be the year that he shows people a little bit of something, that he might know what he's doing.